All right, that took a second for some reason. Yeah, but it's always an adventure here on Friday nights. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, my
I hear
friend?
you. I'm good. I'm good. We're on another episode of Art and Stuff. Like Backstreet Boys, I'm back. I'm Sean Ahrendt, and with me, as always, my brother in art. One of these directions. This guy.
This guy. This is.
Yeah.
I'm the very attractive, the very sexy, the very distinguished, always narcissistic but never vain, a staunch defender of Rob Liefeld, and a lover of all things '90s. Joseph Michael Sonntag, or Joe Sonntag if you prefer, or as the Pope likes to call me, JMS. Welcome to the show.
It's awesome.
And we had a great show tonight. A guy I've been looking forward to talking to for a while. Uh, Great artist. He's worked for all the big names you could think of. And if you've ever been on social media, you have seen his work. I guarantee it. We're going to bring on our guest tonight, Mr. Ryan Kincaid. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, guys?
Thanks for coming here. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's
Joe,
pretty.
I can
Good.
hear you. Sean, I can't hear him at all.
Oh,
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 man.
oh,
Oh,
oh. Here it goes.
sign language.
I mean,
Technical difficulties right off the bat.
he's gonna have to do some sign language the whole time.
Yeah. Like, have
Sean
you
is
seen my
for
baseball?
me.
Yeah. No, Sean, I can hear
Yeah.
you just fine. I can't hear Sean at all.
I knew this was going to happen.
You want me to dip out then dip in?
Yeah, why don't we try that and see what's up?
Yeah.
Well, until Sean comes back. So what are you working on, man?
You know what? Right now, I'm just doing some remarks on Vampirella. I think this is number 7. Yeah, book 7.
Nice.
I never really know. There's so many of these that it's like, is this number 1? Is this number 2 again? Which one is this?
Can you hear me?
Now we got you.
All right, cool.
Sometimes that happens when we bring everybody in live. I don't know. It's weird. Still figuring it out. Maybe one day when we're in a multi-million-dollar studio, that it'll be different. But...
There we go.
I don't have any clue, but yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing either, so it's all good.
Faking the funk is my 101.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the Art and Stuff banner so we're not covering up your face, Ryan. There we go. All right, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, we're good to go now. Live broadcast. This is the joy of live stuff. So, Sean.
Yes, sir.
You haven't been on the show in a while. I'm gonna let you take the reins and get your feet wet again.
All right.
Ed,
So
be the man.
So Ryan is not only a buddy of mine, he's one of the most talented guys I know, and kind of makes me sick. If there was the whole era of the young gun artist, he would be the Emilio Lopez.
So with all the compliments, I'm taking it you got my package in the mail, my little bride.
Oh yeah.
One of us did. I mean,
yeah.
Where's mine?
Well, he sent me his address. You didn't, Joe.
Sean, you son of a bitch.
Look, I'm smart. Can I tell you?
You are, man. I need to learn.
You know. By the way, Brian, what are you working on? You got a remark right here?
Yeah, we're doing some remarks. I can show you guys some of the other ones I'm doing. With everything that's been going on, man, sales are kind of weird. There's no cons, there's no all this stuff, so you kind of had to adapt. One of the things that I learned that people do not like to wait very much. People like one-of-a-kind stuff right now. So every once in a while, I grab some, good books, whether it be, of course, Vampirella, people like. Some of the new DC stuff that we've got coming out, we'll be doing this too. But I do a lot of pre-done remarks, and I just send them into CGC, and we have some fun with it. We sell some, we give some away.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be careful what I say because I can't tell if anybody. I can't see who's viewing what. Is this on Facebook too, right?
Yeah, we're on Facebook and YouTube, so.
Yeah, so I can't see comments because I'm just seeing the StreamYard. But if I say certain words, then I'm sure if anybody's watching, they'll type. We give free stuff away.
Oh, nice.
We give free. Yeah, we give some free slabs away, free covers. So I do sketches and remarks and whatnot. Get a bunch of them graded and have them on hand. You never know what happens. We never know when reality's coming back.
Yeah.
True, and you seem to have you assess the situation of where we're at right now.
Yeah,
and you kind of just ran with it. with everything you're doing. Beautiful stuff, and just kind of showing just because if there's not a convention,
Yeah.
you still have the
Well, I
clientele
mean,
and all that.
we all had to kind of sink or swim at this point.
True.
We had to learn to adapt or, figure out something. Unfortunately, I know some guys that haven't adapted and they're, out there getting some odd and end jobs doing whatever. Sean, I think we talked about this a little bit in Hawaii when we were at that, I'm going to say restaurant, bar, whatever, that little
Yeah,
place we were
there
in
was
the middle of
liquor.
nowhere.
There was liquor.
There was liquor, but we were like next door to some like mechanic shops and shit. Is that this is all, it's all a curve. Like no matter what we get used to, everything changes. And I think Hawaii was right when all this stuff was like starting to get talked about, like, things could get shut down. So a lot of us were already like, okay, well, what do we do? What are we going to do if this happens? What are we going to do if that happens? And then no shit, like, Chicago was the very next weekend, I think.
Yeah.
And it just boom, done right after that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's really interesting to see what certain people are doing during all of this too. Some were still working on like personal stuff, personal projects, doing commissions. I see what's been kind of popular lately is doing like the virtual cons, which I haven't really checked out too many of those, but I know like doing virtual boards and like or chats and all that kind of stuff is kind of been becoming popular. And I guess people do what they have to, to still get out to the audience.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really nice when the world gets back to normal, and hopefully we can get back to a normal schedule and get the cons
Right.
going again. And it's really sucky.
And nothing's gonna be normal anymore.
Yeah.
This changed the aspect of everything. Cons are gonna change. Artists that go to cons are gonna change. Celebrity rows will change. Artist alleys will change. Some of these guys, they know they don't have to go to this stuff anymore. Some of them have spent the last years knowing like, oh, we got to get into every show we can because that's income. Well, that's changed. Some of these guys that besides myself, some of my other friends have been like, well, we don't need this now. I don't have to struggle to get into shows and maybe make that back.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess adapting to everything, it's just, the old school.
That's just another part of the hustle of it, because it's all one big hustle. One way or another, you just got to adapt and grow, or you're going to be fucked.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now cons, when cons do come back, the cool thing is at least like myself and some close friends like Sean Marat, we can go back to cons are literally just like about being fun again.
Yeah.
Like for years, most artists are putting in all the money to get to it and hopefully stressing out the whole time trying to make at least costs back.
Yeah.
Again, we talked about that in Hawaii, that sometimes it sucks. But, for some of us, it's going to go back to, cons are going to be the fun. Like you're not worried about table costs and you're not worried about, I got to make that, $1,000 I spent to get there back. It's just go meet fans, have fun, extra, whatever the case is. Yeah. Well, I can see little comments on the bottom here. Is it just random pop up, or I can see them all?
If somebody comments, I'll bring them up. So anybody that comments, I'll bring them in there. I don't know how it works on your guys' side of the screen because it's broadcast from my studio. Yeah. I can see like pretty much everything. But yeah, if anything pops up, I'll bring them on so that everybody can be a part of the show. Because definitely, like anybody that's watching out there, comment. We'd love to have your input on the show. Ask questions. That's definitely invited.
Talk shit.
Talk shit.
Back down.
My people, they already know like the shit talking is going to commence at some point. I'm sure some of them have made.
All right.
You can comment on how good looking we are, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. What's up, Krafiko? Good to see you, man. Thank you for joining us. So, I guess Why don't we jump into your origin? Sean, I was going to let you do this, but we kind of got sidetracked there
You're
for. But if you
stealing my
want,
shit.
I'm sorry. Did you do it? I'm sorry, man.
Damn,
I've
nah,
been
you already nah. So
no, no,
Drinking
no,
up
no,
all the Kool-Aid,
I
not
that's
know,
getting
what's
I
none of
up,
the
know.
yeah.
flavor.
Mhm.
Well, I finally
So
got
where'd you
Sean
come
back.
from? Shut up, Joe.
Sorry. God.
What do you mean you
Oh,
finally got to come back? I could swear it was like last week I just saw both of you on this thing.
yesterday.
Yesterday. It was
Yep.
yesterday.
This is the first
No, I
time.
didn't watch it. I didn't watch it yesterday.
Oh well.
But I
Oh,
watched you guys were talking shit to each other.
yeah.
I was on live yesterday, so I couldn't watch it.
Okay.
I thought it was like, again, dude, days like just kind of jumble back and forth with us. But I jumped on and you guys were talking shit to each other, and I was like, boom, boom, boom. Okay.
That's how it is. Yeah.
All right, Sean, you go.
All right. So Ryan, where'd you come from? Who influenced you?
Well, my mom met my dad at a
All right.
bar, and
All right.
then
Going in
some
detail.
weird shit happened. They had my brother. A few years later, they did that weird shit again. Here I came. What is it? It was a cold and rainy night. I don't fucking know. You're gonna hear Shannon in the background.
I love it. That's great.
Somebody
Yeah.
will probably say there's the berating because on my live stream that's what they wait for is Shannon to start yelling at me.
That sounds like my family. Like if you're not getting shitted on, we don't like you. You know,
yeah,
like
see,
why
like
waste
there's
time?
Eric Davis. I'm sure he's gonna be talking shit at some point.
All right, looking forward. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna look forward to the comments if this
Yeah.
is gonna be the way it is. So let's do it. Be creative.
There's a word you guys just cannot say, and I'll have Shannon grab a book so you can see the word. You just can't say the words.
I have a book.
Yeah, please. Because if not, then I have to pay this shit out, and it's not fun.
Oh, okay. Duly
No,
noted.
I was born and raised
But
in
I
California.
might say it for
She's
fun.
gonna say it. She's gonna fuck us all
Uh
up.
oh. Uh oh.
I grew up in LA, like about an hour north of LA. I live in Kansas City now. Just fun stuff. So anytime these words are said, don't say it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The first person that responds on your feed usually gets something for free.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because you know,
All
like
right.
when you were a kid, the last person to say it, they were the sucker. So we kind of
Correct.
reversed it. If you're the first
Only
person
if
to
it's said.
respond,
Only
only
if
if
it's said.
it's
All right.
said.
So
Okay.
you want to see a test?
No, you can't do it right now. You got to surprise them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, you're no fun.
they can't see it coming because most of the time, the people that are not like bidding or trying to buy something, they literally have the words like already typed out, ready to hit enter as soon as it's said.
Smart.
It's not their
Smart.
first rodeo with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I like that.
Where'd the puppy go?
I'm sure somebody's got it as in like quick keys, like just boom, ready to rock and roll. They're like F2, done.
That's pretty cool.
I'm trying to find a naughty book that will get us kicked off offline to remark here.
What?
To get us kicked offline?
Yeah,
Facebook jail.
Facebook and all that stuff. You
That's true. Facebook.
put boobs and stuff on, and they kick you
There you
off.
go.
Who's that
Dude,
guy?
Who's that guy?
those are some
Yeah, he's
boobs.
a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what's up.
That is what's up. Well, we're gonna remark that too. We'll back out
yeah.
a little bit. Okay, so what was it? My origin story
Yeah.
outside of the weird shit. No, I mean, God, I don't know how many times Sean's probably had to hear the stories.
That's cool.
I don't know about cool, but it's something. I don't know, man. I just kind of popped into the scene out of nowhere and just decided I wanted to take over.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's I like dictatorship. You know, like
You worded that so terribly bad.
Yeah, Shannon's telling me I'm full of shit. So,
Oh,
um,
got
no,
the concept there.
I've always drawn. I used to do cartoons and stuff. Shannon actually pushed my portfolio to some guys, and it literally from there was just like one step at a time, like doing sketch cards and then doing from sketch cards to doing some indie covers. You know, my first published cover was the Zombies versus Cheerleaders.
Nice.
You know, which a lot of the guys that are in my little time frame, like we all kind of started doing that book. And it's just like one little step here, one little step there, pushing along until it was like people started going, this Kincaid dude's like freaking everywhere, you know. I just wanted to make sure, you know, I don't like being lazy, I guess you could say, and it paid off.
I could
I
see.
may not be better than some of the guys I know, but I'll sure as hell work harder than some of the guys I know.
You know, I mean, sometimes that work ethic is definitely what will get you some places. You know, you're showing that you're out there, you're getting your work noticed, you know, you're doing what you have to do. And like I
Yeah.
said before, before we were bringing you on, I mean, it's true. If you go onto social media, especially like Instagram or something like that, or Facebook, doesn't matter. Somebody's going to see your art.
Yeah.
You know, and because you literally are like all over the place, whether you're on somebody's cover or a project or a pinup is out there or a commission, you
I
definitely
call it
put
the
yourself out
Kincaid
there.
clap.
Yeah. The Kincaid clap.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just talking about getting clapped the other night. So I
Oh,
told
unagi.
my audience that, you know, I got it once in life and I don't ever need to grab that again. So we try and stay away from that word.
Sure.
And that was the first time I got clapped.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
You're like
the
old dirty
best part
bastard.
is my dad is stuck in Arizona and he watches all these things. He's probably watching now. And as soon as I said like the word came up clap and I made that same joke, all I saw response on Facebook was what from my dad. Like, Dad, I'm kidding, man. It's
wow.
just it's a joke.
Yeah.
Hey, that's too awesome.
So you know, you never know what you can say around here.
No, you never know what will be.
Or yeah, in my house, you never know what you're gonna hear. You might hear some dogs fighting. You might hear some kids screaming about Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's fun when you do all this stuff from your dining room because this is I don't have like an office like most people.
All right.
This is everything I've done in the past 4 years has literally been either on my living room couch or in this little makeshift studio in my dining room.
Nice.
Which cracks me up because I know so many people that are like, oh, I need my desk. I have to have my lights. I need all my tools.
Yeah.
That's how I get my work
ambiance.
done. I need my chair. I need to get a new chair because, you know, this. And I'm like, bitch, I just need a fucking pencil and paper.
Right.
Don't
Man,
give me shit.
I wish I was like that, but I'm one of those guys. Like I kind of need to be in my studio. I got to have the music going. I got to have the YouTube going. It's just weird for me
I'm
to
going to tell you one thing with that. Get over it.
I need to, man. Well, I can sketch. Like I can be up in the living room and I can sketch with my daughter and my wife and all that. But like if I have to concentrate on rendering and getting something done, yeah, like that's the only way I can get into the zone and just disappear.
Get over it.
That's just an excuse for being bougie.
Yeah, don't be bougie. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that
Was
guy.
this a Pat Joe day?
God,
Yeah.
don't be that guy.
That's
That's okay, dude.
God.
I went on Ken
Damn it.
Lashley's page the other night, and that dude was ragging me the entire time. I opened my mouth once, and Lashley was just like, Kincaid's on here? Oh, fuck that guy. I was like, what did I do?
That's all.
Later on, he's like, I don't know why I'm picking on you. I'm like, it's okay. I'm not a bitch. Like, I can take it.
Yep.
Excuse my language, by the way.
There's no filter on this show, man. It's like there's no filter. It's like an HBO show. It's for adults.
Okay.
That's who we cater to. So
I'm like, my people are used to it, but you know, I don't know.
Everything except for nudity.
Well,
Yeah, we use Post-it notes for our nudity, so it's okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, pictures might be all right. I don't even know how that all works. I don't know how you get paid for some of these places.
I don't know. It happens though. I've gotten booted off of Facebook a few times.
Yeah, Facebook's weird.
Yeah.
That's
probably why I need to do StreamYard, huh? And Twitch, apparently.
Twitch, I mean, yeah, you got StreamYard, Twitch. I think people are like Discord, I think is popular. A lot
I
of
don't
people doing
understand
YouTube
Twitch or
streams.
Discord.
I never ventured out. I mean, I've got a Twitch account, but it's, I don't know. StreamYard is just so easy to use.
Okay, now what? Wait for it. Wait for it.
All right, we'll see.
You have to tell me the first person because I can't see. She did that shit on purpose.
Yeah, you can tell that.
Altomista, if I'm pronouncing that wrong,
So-
I'm sorry.
Albert?
Awaiting.
It says I'm waiting for Shannon berating.
See, there it is. So
Is that Paul?
no, that was Albert.
Was it Albert?
Yeah.
Did he win?
Did somebody
Did somebody say not it?
retype it to you?
Oh, Eric Davis was the first.
Eric Davis did.
Eric got
Okay.
it? Okay.
Ultimista was right there, but Eric Davis came right. I mean, that was quick. But Eric
Yeah.
Davis came.
Oh,
first.
dude, when we say
That
it,
was
it'll
quick.
be on our feed for like a good 2 minutes. So you'll just see it.
Yep.
And I still can't say it because they'll catch me on it again.
Yep.
Like the last time I did it, I was like, well, he said it. He said the words first, and they're like, they did it again. They're like, you said it twice.
Hey, what's up, Chrissy? James? Thanks for checking out the
Let's go.
stream. Sure.
Yeah. So then Shannon, I mean, we already know Eric, so she just turns around and mails him that stuff. But most of the time,
That's
it's
cool.
like they got to get a hold of us. And it doesn't cost them anything. We just say we need your address.
Good, Ollie.
Just by a bit. I'm telling you.
That's really dope. That's really cool.
Ultimista, you guys were like, oh, neck and neck. It was crazy.
You're gonna be like that. You're not gonna come.
Yeah. See, I can't see if all these guys Alfredo sauce. That's something we call him. It's Alfredo.
Yeah, I like it. That's awesome, man.
He literally sent my kid an Alfredo dinner to make one night because he nicknamed him Alfredo sauce.
Dude.
So he like online grocery shopped and we had a bag of stuff at our door and it was fettuccine noodles with Alfredo sauce and ice cream.
That's awesome.
Dude, I love Alfredo. Love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was good. But that's the craft that we get ourselves into.
All right, I like your shenanigans.
We got to have some fun. A lot of the shows I watch, man, with other artists, and I try and tell them because, certain ones will hit me up and be like, hey, how did you do this? And how did you, when I go live, we'll have, 30, 40 people on there consistently. And like, I can get like 5 or 6. And I'm like, dude, no offense, but when I go on your page, like, this is what you do. Like, so I drew Red Sonja. This is issue 4. Titled is $10. Virgin is 20. And then it'll be like a good 5 minutes of dead air waiting for like sales to come in. It's like, dude, you gotta like these people want entertain, like they want to know you, like treat it like a con.
Yeah, I think I think that's what's good about our show is we got no filter here. Usually, we're pretty silly guys and we say some stupid shit a lot of times and try to make it very entertaining for anybody that's watching our show. And that's
when
what
I do catch you guys crack me up.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
I try and pop in, and people will tell you I pop into like all sorts of different shows randomly. Like when I scroll through, I'll see you guys go on, so I'll pop in, or I'll see, Jesse James's feed, and I'll go on there. Tom Hutchinson, Jimmy J. I just was buying shit on his the other night, and he's like, "What are you doing? Why don't you just message me?" I'm like, "This is always funner, man. Like I like trying to outbid each other. It puts me on the other side." But I just randomly, and they're like, "Is that like the Ryan Kincaid? Like he's not really on here." I was like, "Yeah, shut up. I want that. Like that's mine."
Move away.
Awesome.
I had somebody like stop bidding because he realized it was me. He's like, "It's all yours, man." I was like, "No."
So that's what the point is to these shows, is to be entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, we have guests on, and we love talking about careers and all that kind of stuff. But the point is to still be entertaining and give the audience something that they're not going to see maybe on another stream, or like you said, it might be just a little bit more boring. Of, hey, what'd you do here? How's this? What do you think about this? What blah blah blah. Questions back and forth.
What, Jay?
How's your life show thing?
Why?
She's choking to death.
Okay, hold on 1 second, guys.
Okay.
He just started going, huh?
So I'm gonna mute that until he gets back, just because I don't know what's going on there.
Sure.
So
yeah, of course. So how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm having a good time. I'm just getting lost watching him draw. Like that's what I do. So I'm like, kind of spazzed out.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring this up while we're waiting for him to get back and taking care of.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Oh, it's
See, I've
awesome.
been narking on him to like do like tutorials and stuff and
Yeah.
and whatnot. But like, thanks for like the live streams and like doing this. You see it. Like I'll go back and just rewatch them. It's just like it's beautiful.
Oh, 1 second. So where you at? Oh, wrong one. There you go. All right. Everybody good?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We'll find out in a minute, dude. Man, this dog has been an adventure from day one. It's always something with this poor guy.
Aw.
See, look, Eric knows, and the Kincaid family fun continues.
All right.
We don't.
Okay.
We've had dogs having seizures.
Oh.
This one,
Yeah.
like we'll just roll with it.
Sorry.
You okay, Chewy? You okay? You seem okay. You want to say hi? You want to see people? Look, is that
Yeah.
people?
Let's bring you up here.
Is that people?
You say Chewy? Is that the name?
Yeah, yeah, Chewbacca.
What's up, Chewy?
Adorable.
Chewbacca.
Who's that?
Yes.
You're good. You're good. You okay? He's like, now he wants to go back outside. Little shit.
Yeah.
No, he's fine. Let him be though. I'll take him out later. Yeah, it's all. Tommy's the poor Chewy. It's always something in this house, man.
Why do you think I just told Nathan not to touch it?
Let me see. I'm a little rusty with. Is this? So this is actually a character named Tess. So we have her with the pink hair. This is
Bring her up.
issue 1 of my own comic,
Oh,
Persuasion.
nice.
So, this was the first cosplay cover that we did with Nathan Zerdy, and I did a pure white version of it. Since then, I think we've done like 5 or 6 different cosplay covers. We did the Black Cat. We just did Tomb Raider. We did another version of Black Cat, which I think I can show you somewhere. We have a Hollywood from Cool World coming up. We're just doing a bunch of fun covers. And John Boy actually like started her off for some reason. He decided to make her like she's sitting with some tigers, so now it's kind of stuck. Like her thing is white tigers.
Okay.
Nice. That's a beautiful cover. There, let me get
yeah, dude. Nathan kills it with some of his stuff. So, I mean, issue 2 is coming out now, so I guess I can kind of show you guys. That's the little fun part, the tease.
That looks nice,
It
man.
basically revolves around this kid. It's supposed to, but it, like everything else, it goes into like some of these other guys. A lot of tests. A lot of this character right here is going to pop up.
Nice and beautiful work. That was
So-
disgusting.
Sorry.
That was weak, man.
Yeah, I tried to cover it. Fine. Next time, challenge
Yeah,
accepted.
try harder.
Oh no,
Yeah.
dude, we have Shannon will outbelch half of the people on the show, so it's all good.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Oh, she's outside walking the dogs now.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all fun. So yeah, now we're just gonna remark some of these.
So hey, Becca, thanks for checking out the show. Tell my boy Strauss I love him. I miss him. I love you and miss you too. We're gonna have to get together pretty soon. But what I
When
love
you
about
don't have to wear a mask.
Does mommy watch
yeah, what I love about Becca is she was big into Image Comics. And
Oh, cool.
she's besides Sean, she's one of the only other people I've known that I can actually talk about Image Comics with. So that's pretty awesome.
I know some Image. I'm probably like one of the worst comic book artists, like historian guys. I'm sure both of you have had those moments where you're out after a con or whatever, and people start talking shop about like, they bring up, one of the best issues I've ever had was Spider-Man 151, and I sit there and go,
Yeah.
what one was that? Like, what
Right.
cover
Right.
is it? Do you remember the cover for X-Men 227? No, I don't.
Can I one?
And even artists, dude, I'm so bad at the old school artists. I can tell you their work, like I love half their work, and I won't even know who it is. I'm like, this is freaking awesome. I have no idea who it is, but I love this comic. No. So yeah, it cracks me up because people bring that stuff up to me a lot at shows and stuff, and they're like, "So, what did you think about back in the day when, you know, John Byrne's run?" And I'm like, "Oh, I know John Byrne." They're like, "Well, he did issues from this to this." I was like, "Yeah, that part, no idea."
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm the same way. I'm bad at that. Maybe Sean's really good and
Blasphemy.
no, I mean,
Yeah,
but that's what's good about
Did you
having
say
Sean.
blasphemy?
He said blasphemy. Yeah. Sean and I, that's what's good about co-hosts because Sean's got a lot of knowledge when it comes to that kind of stuff, and I'm kind of like you, Ryan, where I know a lot of the look of art, but a lot
Yeah,
of the long runs and the I don't know the popular runs and stuff that I don't know. I just followed artists around. That's really what I did.
that was my thing.
You
Is
know?
I could tell you about artists all day long,
Yeah.
but I have no idea like the shit that they worked on, like the issue numbers
Right.
and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who was the one artist or book where you were like, holy shit, I
That's like
gotta do this?
you can't ask shit like that.
Well, I can put you on the spot.
I mean you can, but it just takes over the show.
Sure.
I'm like most people, dude. On some stuff, I'm still a fanboy.
Oh yeah.
I can tell you right now, like because we're trying to buy a house, and we're supposed to be like saving our money and stuff, and I keep turning around and pulling shit like this where I'm like, oh look, somebody wants to sell me a Ramos slab. Yeah, I'm down for that. Okay, well, how about we get 3 more of them? Yeah, sure, that's fine. So, like, I'm like you, man. I collect like just artists.
Yeah.
And that's what got me into comics. So when I started, it was Ramos and Joe Mad. When Campbell hit the scene doing,
Oh yeah.
stuff was Campbell. I always liked Jim Lee, but I knew like that was not a style I could draw. But
Yeah.
I love his work. It's awesome.
What's up, Russ?
Russ Cassidy. Yeah, Campbell, Joe Mad, Ramos, Herrera. Like I like the like kind of cartoony feels to all these guys, but I love everybody else's styles. Like I enjoy still like drooling over John Boy Myers.
Yeah.
That shit is so like many styles combined. It cracks me up.
Yeah.
And you
I've
can't
recently
duplicate it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, it's nuts. Dave Johnson, like I draw nowhere near Dave Johnson, but that dude can create a cover like no other, and simple shit that with his colors and the shading and the way he does it, it just pops. And you're like, what the, like, how the fuck do you do that?
Yeah.
um,
Wizards.
yeah, dude. I don't know if you know. See, I'll pull out one of those. Like, I don't know the number of it, Sean. So don't blaspheme me. But it was a Green Lantern cover, and it literally was just the ring and the shadow cast of the ring. But on the inside of the ring, you could see the thumbprint on like how he would be taking it
Oh,
on and
that
off.
was no fucking shit.
Yeah, I was just about to say like
Yeah, see, I thought he actually knew it. I was like,
I
damn.
thought so too. Like, see? Jeez.
Like, never mind. I'm not testing that dude anymore. But yeah, Dave has a way of like getting the most simplest ideas and making it like, how the hell did this dude come up with that? Like, who thinks to making the thumbprint of the ring like this thing that stands out?
Yeah. That's what I love about studying any kind of artist is seeing how everybody approaches things differently because you get a kind of a insight to how their mind works a little bit based on how they construct an image, And a lot of like that's very innovative. I would have probably never thought about doing something like that, So it's a cool insight to that artist's mind when they're thinking about how they're putting a cover together, what they want it to look like, and just all that kind of stuff. That shit is really interesting to me.
See, the
What's
fun
up,
part for
Raymond?
me is, thanks, Raymond, is, and Lashley nailed me on it the other night was, he's like, Kincaid, oh, that dude just has to draw like sexy women on the cover, making fun of it. And I'm like, yeah, man, there's not much thought into when they're like 3/4 body. We want her looking that way. We want her in a bikini. And it's like,
right.
Okay. Yeah. The thought process is just not all there. But I mean, that's what I do.
If it sells, it sells.
Yeah.
It looks
I mean,
good.
that's my
Great.
job at the moment.
Like, speaking of which, I got this sketchbook of Ryan's a while back.
See?
And it's full of beautiful women.
3/4 body, looking this way.
Yeah, honestly, that's exactly what it is too. Yeah, it would bring up a little bit like just some awesome
That's
work.
beautiful.
Yeah, just great work. I love it.
Every once in a while, I get somebody that's like free reign. We want this, but other than that, like, go ahead and go for it. And then that's when I have to go back to like, well, how would so and so tackle this cover?
Sure.
And it still doesn't work out that way.
These are my favorite. I don't know why, but
The
of the whole book,
fairies?
yeah, those are my favorite. But yeah, this was a hell of a book. I was glad I actually jumped on and grabbed it when it was on Kickstarter. Yep.
That was a fiasco and a fucking half shell, that one.
It also came with a bunch of cool shit too, so got a lot of freebies for that.
Yeah. That first Kickstarter we did, man, was definitely like a lesson of what not to do. Like ever.
That's gonna be interesting because we have a lot of people on here to do their own crowdfunding, which is something Sean and I are gonna aim to do in the coming years or something. So
yeah,
we also like to pick people's brains. For the people who have gone out there before us and gone through the minefield of it, because we know it's not an easy thing. I've seen a lot of people do it and talked to a lot of people that do it, and it's definitely not an easy thing. So
no,
I'm kind of looking forward to it, but I'm kind of dreading it at the same time.
So here's the thing about that, man. It's as complicated as you make it. If like on chapter 2 of Persuasion, dude, we literally like there's only like 2 single books you can buy. Everything else was in pairs. So if you bought the Mike DeBalfo cover, you got the Titled and the Virgin, and it was one price. All of them, I think there was only maybe my cover was a $20 pair just because we made a mistake on the pricing, and I was like, yeah, if I could just keep it that way, like let's let it ride. Instead of $40 for 2 books, it was $20. And we're just like, just go for it. Everything else was like $40. The price didn't change until it got to, I think, eBass, because we were, making his a little more limited.
Yeah.
Whereas the first one, man, we had this guy's is this cost, this guy is this cost, this guy's this cost, this guy's this cost, this. By this guy and this guy, or this guy and this guy, and we're like, dude, that we had like 97 different tiers. Where when you try and put all that together, you're like, why did we do this again?
Counting the cost of the printing, you're just like, aye.
Yeah. So the simpler you can make that on your end, it'll save your ass, and it's also easier for the consumer because they literally just see all this stuff, and then they can just add on any of the other stuff that they want afterwards or during. I didn't do any kind of crowdfunding like the backer kits, the CrowdX, any of that stuff. My first experience with it was so horrible that I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. Like, I could care less. Everyone can overpledge now, and then it's done and it's over. Nothing is one book is a Kickstarter exclusive. Everything else, like if you want it later, you can buy it off the website. You don't have to buy it off the backer kit.
Oh, gotcha.
Essentially, it's the same damn thing.
You see,
that's
Joe?
good advice. Yeah, of course.
Right? Just simple. And don't forget about shipping. Check your shipping costs.
Oh yeah,
on all your stuff.
I've heard that before.
That's where most people make the mistake. Is like, hey, it only costs this much to ship the book, but you're not factoring in if they win. If like 9 different stretch goals are unlocked and it added like 2 pounds to it or a different size box. You're like, no, I'm still only charging $5, even though it's going to cost you $15 to ship every single person.
Do you use Gemini mailers?
Most of the time, yes.
Okay.
But with the way the last 2 Kickstarters worked, most people bought more than what would fit in a Gemini mailer.
Okay.
So we had to factor in like everything was getting mailed in either a priority mailbox or a medium flat rate box. Hell, some of them had to go in like the large because they bought like one of every cover. So
That's
it's a
definitely
lot.
something to consider, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of things to factor in, but we learned like the simpler it is, the better, because I ain't got time for that shit.
Oh, for sure.
No, I do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got corrected. Shannon doesn't have time for that shit.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool that you guys partnered up for that help, though, because I definitely am going to recruit my wife when it comes time to ending the campaign and fulfilling. I don't know if she knows that yet, but it's gonna happen.
She don't know that yet. That's okay, because I'm recruiting my niece too, and she doesn't know that yet either.
There you go.
Oh, she kind of
Child
knows, but
labor.
not a lot.
Child labor.
Yeah. Well, pretty much, man. You do what you got to do.
Yeah.
That's all fun. Crowdfunding is definitely something that kicked in and what has become very beneficial for artists to realize you don't have to like necessarily shoot for working for Marvel, DC, Image, any of that stuff just to be able to make it.
Yeah.
Granted, working for those definitely helps your fan base, and it's definitely an ego. Like, fuck yeah, I got to work on this. Like, I definitely ran around in circles when they were like, "We're gonna put you on Batman, Superman." Yes, please.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But we're not stuck. That doesn't have to be the end goal anymore.
Right.
Sean has seen it firsthand with everything that we've seen Marat do over the last decade.
Jesus Christ! As long as I've known him, he's just been hustling, and he's been doing everything, but like a few steps ahead of certain people. But like, he's still
just
kicking
wait, wait till you see what he and I've been cooking up, man.
All right.
I've laid off a lot of stuff, and what people don't realize is a lot of factors from that are coming from a lot of work that Murat and I have done, even since before you and I talked in Hawaii, Sean. There's 2020 was supposed to be a huge unveil of a lot of stuff on the road. So now we're just trying to figure out how to do it from home. You look confused over there.
I'll just because this person he overpledged for book 1, but he didn't say which book 1 he wanted.
You're gonna come across that kind of stuff too.
Okay.
You have to be confused. You have to think like a confused fan.
You have to think like a dumb person.
I'm set. I'm good. Locked and loaded.
Sean's got it covered.
Take a couple of hits and you'll be all right, right?
That's what I do.
That's what I should go do. I'm sorry, I didn't say that.
See?
I got nerve damage. It's okay. I got my green card.
I got glaucoma.
Yeah.
I have.
So have you only
5
done
boys? I'm good.
Have you only done Kickstarters? Have you tried Indiegogo at all, or because I'm always interested in some both, which one they like better for whatever reason.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm pretty computer dummy. Like, I can get by scanning stuff, emailing, working Photoshops and all that kind of stuff. But if I can't just click certain buttons to make things do what I want it to do, I'm out.
Right.
Sure.
Like, Kickstarter was a process enough to learn, but it takes you like through how to do it step by step. Indiegogo, I haven't tried because I really don't want to try and figure out how to make one work with the other. Like, I got to take an inventory from Indiegogo. I need to take it this over that. I'll send a message on Kickstarter to the fulfillment manager about my overpledge later. That was Albert.
It wasn't Albert.
No, Albert just made that comment. He's being a smart ass. I've heard a lot about good stuff about Indiegogo, but I'm definitely that guy that's like, I gotta do one or the other, or I'm totally gonna confuse the hell out of myself.
Yeah, we did a backer kit. That was bad enough.
Yeah. That's why I said, dude, Kickstarter is basically, for me, used now as advertisement. The book is already done. I wrote it, I drew it, For issue 1 and 2, Milan Parvanov colored it. McLean McGuire, I think Sean, I think you met him in Hawaii. He did the lettering and editing on a lot of that. We had all the covers, pre-done, prepaid. So everything literally is done before we even really go to launch.
That's
Except
smart.
for, of course, our prima donna, certain artists that like to be late. There's always your own friends that are all, yeah, I got you, man, I got you.
Oh, I know.
I'm guilty of that a couple times as well. So I'm not really relying on Kickstarter to really fund it. I'm relying on Kickstarter to pay myself back.
I got you.
So we use it for advertisement to get into people's hands that we don't have contact with on Facebook or my website or anything. The fun stuff is actually going to come after the Kickstarter's mailed out. We have, risque, the Z-rated or risque covers. We have acetate. We have metal. We have lenticular covers. We have all sorts of stuff that we didn't even offer on Kickstarter. Retailers all over Facebook will have it. That's where the fun part. Like,
nice.
We start doing mystery boxes and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts, man. I've already got some people saw some like preview stuff of it, and I got hit up today. Like, how do we get in on that? Like,
I told you.
And Shannon's, I wasn't supposed to show anybody. I got yelled at.
What's up, Tomic? Good to see you.
This kid is ridiculously talented. How old is he? 15, 16?
He's 15. He's 15 last time I talked to him. Tomic Art. Yeah,
this kid's really talented.
He's like Ethan then.
You guys know
Ethan Castillo, like, started when he was 6.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, keep an eye on this kid, man, because
this kid's
he's
really
extremely talented at 15, and I think he's going to make some waves because he just keeps, every time I see more of his work, he just keeps getting better and better, and that's a fact. So keep it up, man.
So he's one of those guys we have to like break something in his drawing arm now, so he doesn't come take the job later.
He's going to take all the
off a
jobs
cliff
at some point.
Okay.
So just keep it up, Tomic, but watch your back. That's just the world.
Yeah, seriously. Some emotional torment, but it means we like it.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have met Ethan.
Not in person, but I've seen him through the years and all that.
Yeah, man, he's such a nice kid. His whole family's cool, but he's so, like, he reminds me of me on drugs back then.
Nice.
Like, the drive is there. Like, I don't stop moving and I don't stop trying to go forward. And he's even worse. He's like, I'm going to learn to draw. I'm going to learn to do layouts. I'm going to learn to do character design. I'm learning how to Z-graft, whatever the hell, like, digitally sculpt. He's learning how to paint. Like, Art German, all those guys. He's learning it all while we're all just like, I'm just refining my style.
Yeah, right.
He's like, nah, I'm going to take over every aspect.
That's an awesome goal to have.
He's like, I think 16 or 17 now, if that maybe. I think 16.
Wow.
Crazy.
When Mark Brooks praises the dude that he's going to take all of our jobs too, then like something's up.
You got to listen to that, yeah. Sure.
When Mark's telling us all to watch out, Ethan's going to take over, then I guess we should probably really watch out.
Jojo says, nice drawing. And it definitely is.
Thank you. I'm going to, I don't know how long we've been on.
48 minutes.
Okay. I might be able to knock out another one. We'll see how fast this.
Tomic Art says, thank you, everyone. Pleasure being here. It's a pleasure having you here, man. And like I said, keep it up. Tomic's got a channel on Instagram. So you look up Tomic Art on Instagram. He's always doing live videos, just showing you his progress. He's working on anatomy and a lot of stuff I wish I was doing.
It's just Tomic Art?
It's Tomic Art. You can look that up right now. Instagram. Check him out. Give him a follow. Like I said, good kid.
So he's 15 and he's teaching people how to do anatomy online already.
Yeah. Because what's cool about his book that I've checked, or his channel that I've checked out, is that he's learning the stuff. And
I'm his 369th follower. That's a
there you go.
Number.
He's got one
kid. I'm his
369th
follower. Remember me, child.
Remember me, child.
Remember me, child. Okay.
Becca
That's about
says,
to get
beautiful
real.
work, Ryan.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that's funny to me. I wouldn't even imagine myself at 15 even trying to teach. I think at that point I was still looking at comics, trying to figure out how people were doing what they were doing.
Right.
At
You know?
15, I was
And the
trying to figure
closest
out
thing
how
was
to
like
draw.
Wizard, you know,
Yeah,
Wizard or the
yeah,
comic
Wizard.
book great videos. Like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's if you could get your hands on those, you know, like from Bart Sears, like in like the Wizard issues, like
Yeah.
panel to panel, all that. Like
Oh
that's the
yeah,
closest thing.
I have the combined works of those where they did
Okay, yeah.
the wizard how tos.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't
Yeah,
ever
I got
really
a couple of
follow
those,
those
too.
either. I literally took books, dude. I took comics and was like, okay, well, how would you do this? How would you do that? I still have some of like the Joe Madureira runs when he first started doing X-Men and when Battle Chasers first came in, like to the where the covers don't even stay on. Some of the pages are so worn because I would constantly like, how did he draw this guy throwing somebody? Or how did
Yeah.
he draw,
Yeah.
a guy like the size of the beast? That's how I learned was
Yeah.
I don't know, studying actual like work for the kid, this kid being 15 going, this is how you actually draw a real arm. That's pretty intense.
Yeah, that pisses me off. Like, that kid's got some
I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna go there, but I'll go there. Like
motivation.
that.
Like when I was 15,
JoJo
I was
says amazing
chasing
work as well.
tail and getting into
But
trouble.
yeah,
You know?
and that's actually, the funny thing is, because when I was 15, I was I just wanted to draw the cool stuff. I want to draw
Yeah.
Spider-Man. I want to draw the things that were simple because that was what was easier to draw. And I was still trying to figure out how to draw boobs and stuff like that. So for him at 15 to be able to actually break down how the muscle works in the forearm and all that kind of shit,
Yeah. Right.
he's got the right head on his shoulders to
I'm
actually become a fantastic artist. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it is. Joe got a shirt just like that. I bet you do. This
You
is
got a
actually
king shirt? You got a king shirt?
not a King shirt. Nobody likes the Kings.
Hey.
I'm
Oh,
from
sorry.
LA.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. No, I
I'm
did say
from LA.
it.
These
That's
Central
okay.
American people, they have no respect for the coasts.
The coasters?
They're like, what's a beach? Sand? Oh. They're like, we have lakes. Okay.
We have the Great Lakes, motherfucker.
Well, spread that rumor.
I'm gonna say I
boobs.
grew up near the beaches, and I didn't go to the beaches very often. California ain't all that cracked up that everybody says it is. Hence why I freaking left. And
Are you
now
doing
like
a Baby Yoda?
have to yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't do a lot. It took me up until probably April or May. When did we do the first Baby Yodas? May?
May.
I think May sometime is when I finally like first drew a Baby Yoda. Like I refused to jump on that bandwagon.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And then I didn't have a choice anymore because it got shot. With if you've ever seen my live show, you know what I mean by shot. If you haven't, I can show you what I mean by shot.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, show us, explain it.
Okay, so I don't do commissions anymore. Every I don't know, maybe somebody will give me something like really cool and rare that's like, hey, I want you to recreate this, or this is something really interesting. Then I'll do the commission. But other than that, I don't do commissions anymore. I just like things are too busy. And they get tedious. Like every time I do 10 commissions, 7 of them are Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah.
So what we do is the day before or the morning before, my kids got we got a Nerf gun.
Yeah.
Wherever okay. So
All right.
little sticky dart, and I gave it to the people to give me their favorite characters. So we had a poll. We got a list, and we created a list.
Okay. I
So
think I
myself,
saw this on Facebook.
yeah. So my wife, myself, or one of my 2 boys will shoot, and whoever gets hit, that's what we draw and auction off. So I mean, we got like some random stuff. Look, RoboCop,
Polaris.
She-Ra,
Hey, James.
stuff, Warcorns, Darkhawk.
The Rocketeer. Nice.
Yeah, we did the rocket. I did a female Rocketeer last time.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I mean, I didn't do Baby Yoda up until the point that Baby Yoda got shot. Like he got picked.
I got you.
And then I didn't have any choice to. And then we just made a whole day of it since, I made a big deal about being the guy that's not going to do it. So we just started doing. We did like 5 or 6 of them.
Well, that's awesome because Baby Yoda is awesome. Although I could never try drawing him because I can't draw cute shit. It turned into probably like an evil looking Baby Yoda because I just
don't try it, man. My first one looked like a grumpy old man.
Yeah, it did.
The very first one I did was like a grumpy old man. Terry Fike got it. It is what it is. When you go from drawing superheroes and females all day, and then they're like, draw something really cute. What?
Right.
What do you mean cute? I don't know how to
Like,
do cute.
what is that?
Yeah.
Cute.
Are you cute? So I just, and now like one of my aunts wanted one, so I had to do another one, and an old high school friend wanted one, so I got to do another one. But yeah, I mean, it's Baby Yoda. You can't be nothing but happy to draw Yoda, I guess. Or I actually say the child. I don't even call him Baby Yoda. I just say the child.
It's just a child. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the easy thing to say Baby Yoda, even though it's not. But
that pisses people off, man.
Some people get pissed off because they're like, "It's not fucking Baby Yoda."
Yeah.
All right.
I said Baby Yoda at one point, and they were like, "It's not fucking Baby Yoda. Its name is not Baby Yoda. They call it the child. It doesn't have a name. The species doesn't have a name." And it's like, all right, man. Like, I know this, but I didn't think
you can
it was
relax,
that.
Nerf herder.
That was good.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Becca says evil Baby Yoda would be cool.
See, I don't even know how would you go by, like, how would you do an evil Baby Yoda? Because you don't want to, like, the beauty of it is his, little nose and his big eyes.
The big eyes, yeah.
If you did a evil one, you lose that. I think you just have to give him like redness around his eyes and just make his teeth sharp or some shit.
That's probably exactly what you'd have to do. Make him look like a critter or some shit.
Yeah, make him look like a ghoulie.
At that point, wouldn't he just wouldn't he just be a gremlin? He'd be the demonicized Mogwai.
Mogwai.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing right now, right? He's just a hairless Mogwai.
He does kind of look like a. That's actually, now you bring it up, it's exactly what it looks like.
I mean, our world lives off of memes right now, and I think that was one of the last ones I saw was, come on, let's be honest. The child is just a hairless Mogwai.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? You're freaking right.
You want to go out there? You can go out there. You still need to go out there.
Yeah, I'll take them when we're done.
I figured you would.
Yeah. I just draw some random stuff every once in a while. Every once in a while.
No, that's awesome. And this is actually kind of cool. This is the first time we've actually had somebody drawing on the stream. So
it's fun. It keeps people.
Yeah, it's been a fun experience.
Entertained.
It's entertaining the shit out of me. I'm just like.
I was gonna say it might have the opposite effect.
And I haven't even smoked
the same thing. I'm doing the same thing. I get caught up watching you draw, and I'm like, oh yeah, shit, I'm supposed to be talking too. Supposed to be asking questions or whatever.
It's okay. I got it. I got this, guys.
There you go.
I do it 2 times a week. Just me and my wife talking shit. We're good. You guys can just watch. So next week,
I like
Joe and Sean show.
Yeah.
Everything's coming back into play. It's funny because I was, and he might be watching. I don't know, but Phil, he's a really nice guy out in Long Island. I don't know, Sean. I don't know if you know him or not. He does the God. There's a like freaking Stonebrook University or some shit in the middle of Long Island.
It's in Nassau.
Yeah, something like that. So he does a really fun con out there, and he's doing some like live Q&As here pretty quick. Awesome guy, and it was funny because I suck at Messenger. Like I get so many messages, and during the day I'm doing so much stuff that like my answers are like yes, okay, got it, yep. And he like wrote me back. He's like, well, I hope you're a little more lively on the show. I'm like, oh man, don't worry about that. Like, I got you. We'll take over the show. Like, don't worry about that. You'll have to. Your other guys will have to be able to try and keep up.
Phil Russert.
Phil Russert. See, I knew somebody knew at least.
Hey, don't you start.
I just call him Phil. I knew who, like I know his name. I just couldn't remember like the actual name of his con.
Knock it off.
Now, did you ever do your own books in
No.
like high school or as a kid? Like, oh, these are my adventures and my character. Like,
man, you know what? I remember in high school I did like one short story for I don't even remember what class it was, but they were like, this is what you got to do. And it was so in the beginning of me drawing that I literally like went through, funny enough, the old Wildcats and Youngblood books and kind of based like character designs off of them.
of course,
And did
yeah.
this,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I did all, I just drew it all myself, but like, I'm going to steal this panel and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I was 15 or whatever the case was. Not like this kid. I'm not as good as that dude.
Yeah.
And did something like that for whatever high school project it was, but it like it never went anywhere further than that. My cousins and I had pitched a comic book idea one summer to Marvel. Of course, got rejected from a bunch of 12-year-olds thinking that we were the shit. Like, let's pitch an idea. But they wrote us and were like, it's cool you guys are trying, but we're not really looking for something like that. I think the 12-year-old in me was just happy that Marvel saw it.
Yeah, right.
It
They
wasn't.
know who I am.
Yeah, right. I made my mark. They answered me. I came up with Persuasion like 8 years ago though. So it's been sitting in the waiting room for that long. To do. I don't think I came up with it like as young as like high school or whatnot, but the idea's been sitting there for a while. And I have like 4 or 5 more that I want to do. I just know I can write them. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to draw 6 series.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
So right now it's me looking for some interior artists and some other stuff that I can work with that I can maybe get some more stuff going on. Because I'm not doing enough as it is right now. I'm just going to add more shit to my plate.
No. Why are you slacking?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Get on it. Crack that whip.
I don't know about all that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. As long as my wife doesn't kill me first for taking on some more.
Man, that baby Yoda, or that kid, the kid, whatever we're calling it now. That was pretty badass though. Yeah, the kid. It's looking good though. That's really.
It's fun.
And now, so this is just something that you're doing that you're going to put up like on your website, or what are you doing with this one?
Either 2 things will happen to this. It'll go in for grading, and it'll be auctioned off, or it'll go into like a mystery box prize.
Okay.
Or it'll be a prize for the game that we cannot say the name.
Yes.
Because we throw in slabs and stuff too. So, I never really know. I just start drawing stuff. You draw females and stuff so long that every once in a while you want to just do something fun. It happens. Like I just did Marat Michaels. I just did 2
Mighty Murat.
Yeah, I just did 2 of the Tigumverse covers. Literally just hit him up and was like, "Yo, let's do these." They were done. I drew them. I colored them. Everything was it is what it is. And he's like, okay. I was like, I got bored, man. I had to do something different. Like, believe it or not, we do get tired of drawing girls.
Yeah, I often wondered that because there's some artists out there that really excel at drawing the female form, and that's how they get a lot of their work and whatnot. And I often wonder that if they get tired of doing it and want to do other things, because all they ever see, from guys like Bennis and I can never pronounce his last name, but it's Balsadua, Ebas.
Ebas.
Yeah,
Ebas.
fucking
That's
fantastic
that's the
artist.
easiest way.
Yeah, there you go, Ebas. I don't know why I just didn't say that. Ebas, I mean, like those guys, I see primarily, J. Scott Campbell, like all those kind of guys, pretty much just the female form. It sells and it's awesome.
Yeah.
But I wonder, like, how if that ever does just get boring and you want to draw just like Batman or something,
Everybody does. I mean, Ebas is probably the minority of he would be happy with drawing just females all the time.
He's fucking awesome at it. So.
Yeah, exactly. He knows his niche, but he does you'll see him post when he was doing the hobby comics or whatever the actual store was. They did the JLA variants with him, and he did some Harley variants and stuff. And he'd mention it's always nice to be able to, use those other muscles and draw a guy with muscles and stuff. But he always goes back to this is where I belong. This is what I love to do. I mean, he does it. He does it great. He does it better than most. But I mean, even Campbell's, notorious for women, but one of his biggest run thing has probably been the Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah, he does an awesome looking Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that's for sure. I was even impressed with the stuff he did with Spawn 300.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Great job with Spawn.
Did you guys see the McFarlane documentary?
I haven't watched it yet.
No spoilers, because whatever. It's just they zoom up Todd inking the double page spread. And I just standing up in front of my TV, just watching that shit. I'm like, let me see, put down that line, noodle the shit out of that line,
Yeah, noodles, the noodles,
yeah, noodle. Yeah.
Yes, Albert said a Baby Yoda at least 100 tacos. Yeah. So in our live stream, Albert starts the bidding. We do a 5-minute auction.
I heard Eric Davis post. He was like, "How many tacos?" So
yeah. So we did the calculations. Albert says, according to Northern California, a taco is $1.50.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Okay.
So he starts off with our conversion. That's how we do. That's the kind of things that we're used to in our neighborhood. If Albert doesn't start it off by bidding some tacos, then something doesn't feel right.
I don't start the timer.
Shannon doesn't even start the timer until she hears 100 tacos, 70 tacos, $100.
100 tacos just got put out there. So there you go, people.
No, I want to watch the Todd thing. That I probably am going to be like you, Sean, and just be staring at it duh.
Yeah, I couldn't care what he had to say. No disrespect, because I just want to see him draw.
Yeah.
But he still gave those type of speeches where he's like, pick up your skirt, grab your balls, and make your mark. And that's cool. But I want to see you draw, bud.
Yeah. Did you see the roast?
I watched a little bit of it.
I saw a little bit. The roast was funny as shit from what I saw, and I want to finish that. Because the fact that they had Silvestri and Campbell and Todd all talking shit to each other, to me is great, because it just reminds me of what I do with my friends now.
Yeah.
People sometimes, if they don't know us, think me and DeBalfo don't like each other, because we will talk shit on each other's page like no other. And then if we're at a con, it's even worse. And the same thing with Ryan Otley. Me and Ryan years ago would get sat next to each other. So it'd be Ryan Kincaid and Ryan Otley. And we both had, at the time, I didn't have Corona hair. We had the same beard going on. We would wear the same kind of Hurley hat forward and, button-up shirt or whatever. And so it was similarities in both of Ryan's. And we would talk shit to each other back and forth, to the point where one of the promoters was like, are you guys really okay? Or do we need to not sit you together again? And we're like, nah, man, we're good. It's just a game. It's all just fun.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I hope, by the time I'm any of those guys' age, I can be on a TV show getting roasted by my artist friends. I'd be afraid of what some of them would say, but it'd still be fun.
No, that was pretty cool to see though. I got it, like you said, I didn't finish watching it either, but I started to watch it and I was like, it's awesome that they can have that kind of fun at this point in their career.
Well, I mean, when you're like Todd and you're the Todd father again, like Sean,
Yeah.
I don't care what you have to say, but you hear the word noodlies or squiggles, and you
Yeah.
instantly know you're talking about Todd because it's like you got to put the
Yeah.
little noodlies, and don't
Oh,
forget
blood.
the
Oh, you
people love
gotta.
the squigglies.
Yeah. Extra line. Oh.
Yeah,
Rob does it better, but like
Yeah, he does a great impersonation of Todd. It's crazy.
that I'm sure I haven't seen that, but I can imagine.
Oh, yeah. It's spot on. But it's spot on in like that comical way, you know. So it's just a
Yeah.
little bit over exaggerated to the point where it's just hilarious.
yeah.
Reggie Blanco said, "Cool baby Yoda," and hello everyone.
What's up?
Yeah, I keep spacing out because I keep watching. Like I said, I
I'm
keep
just
watching
looking
drop,
like
man. Like it's awesome. I
people
love it.
from your feed are probably watching this and like these two guys are schmucks. Why would he
Yeah,
like waste his time? And we're just like, this guy's fantastic.
Because it's all friends, man.
Nah, it's yeah. I was telling Joe even before we started doing the show, I'm like, the amount of like knowledge and like stuff I learned just from you in Hawaii was detrimental.
When we were just sitting over
Yeah.
drinks.
Yeah, it was. I reassessed certain things that I would have not thought of or not thought of doing just for certain reasons. But I'm like, no, fuck, that made sense. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna capitalize on that. And you know, so far,
Yeah.
okay, it's pretty cool.
See, that's how it works.
So
I mean,
thank you.
at the end of the day, dude, we're like, I know we're all each other's competition, but we're
Yeah,
also all fucking in this together.
yeah,
yeah.
Like, the one of the funnest things we've been doing, I mean, to me myself, like persuasion's going nuts, and I didn't think it would, especially during a pandemic. To
Yeah.
the point where me and my wife are like, our house looks like a damn warehouse right now. Like we have cases of books going to retailers and this and that. But I'm collaborating with people like Zerdy, Nathan and I'm doing drawings and he's painting over them. And we just did Harley 75 and we did Death Metal 3 and these things are coming out and people are like, well, like, where did this shit come up from? And I was like, literally, he just took a sketch cover that I did and painted over it. And that's all it took. It was like, dude, let's
Nice.
do this for real. Like, let's see what happens. And shit just blew up.
yeah.
But so I see like some people ragging on others and like, oh, screw this guy. That's just not my style, man. I'm like, if I don't like somebody or I don't like their style, I just leave it alone. I don't say shit. Where everybody
Right.
else is tearing down. Where my style is more of a let's have some fun, dude. Let's see what we can do. Let's get into some trouble or turn some heads trying to.
Well, because art's subjective, so if you don't like something, you don't like something. It's just not pleasing to the eye. Doesn't mean you got to tear somebody down just because you don't particularly like their style, which I do see too much of. And
At least don't do it in
pisses me
public,
off.
man.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, don't
There you
tweet
go. Do it
about it.
private, yeah, exactly.
You don't
Here's
like
my
somebody's
opinion.
shit or you don't like somebody in general. That's what your friends are for. Like this
Yeah.
motherfucker right here.
Yeah.
Don't put that on social media, especially right now, dude. You do not want to look
Yeah.
like the asshole.
You don't
And
even
there's a lot of assholes out there. That is for
Hard
damn
fact.
sure.
Yeah. There's a lot
Oh.
of
so
buttheads.
many.
And Sean knows me on a personal level and knows like I'm more like, can we have fun doing this? Then fucking let's do it. Like I don't care if I make nothing off of it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's gonna be fun, then it's worth a shot. Let's see what happens.
Sure.
Reggie says compete and support, and that's something I was just going to bring up is that I support a lot of people, especially the indie scene, but at the same time, I always measure people against what I like, and I use that as motivation to continue to get better. Like take a guy like Rob Willis, for instance. When I started following his work, I fell in love with his work, but at the same time, it pushed me to want to be like, all right, I want to be better at some point, because I always want my art to be the best and people to like it, but that's healthy competition.
It's friendly competition is how you should do it. I mean, again, if you look at DeBalfo and I, if you look at our posts on each other's artwork, You would think again we didn't like each other, and it's literally like we're pushing each other to do bigger, better. I'm always pushing, Mike to do things on a financial end, like on a business model end. Whereas Mike's like pushed me to do like more artistic stuff, like more detail, more composition, more this. And we're not tearing each other down. It's literally how can I get better on this, and how can I help him get better at that? Like you said, dude, friendly competition. Russ, he wants everyone to succeed. Russ absolutely fucking wants everyone to succeed. Even the people that shouldn't, Russ wants them to succeed.
Russ is better than all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how
Me,
it
I
should
hate
be.
everybody.
Did you say you hate everybody?
I hate everybody.
I
Oh
freaking hate.
I am.
Rebecca, how long does it take to finish one cover? Well, it depends on if you're talking a sketch cover or like a published cover. So sketch covers, if you watch my live show, which just friend me or message me and tell me you saw me on Sean and Joe show, and I'll add you. I do this kind of stuff throughout the night. If it's like a published cover, it can. I've had stuff I've had to turn around in a day. I literally would have a 24-hour turnaround time.
Woo.
I want to be like, and then there's the style.
Yeah, you can. And then there's other ones. If I'm doing just the pencils, it could take a couple days depending on editors or whatever. I think I just did the new Mars Attacks one, and I think I did that one in like 2 or 3 days off and on. It's in our room, babe. Shannon's gonna go get one, and that one, I don't know, how long do you think that one took?
That one took you like a good 5.
About 5 days off and on.
Good, solid
and Shannon will go grab it so you can see it.
All right.
Now,
and
is
it's
that also doing the layout, doing the rough, blowing it up, or doing it all on your iPad,
That's a good question,
printing that out, and then working that method?
So it depends on what's going on. Seeing as, I'm a husband and a dad, and my kids are involved in everything in life.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times I've learned to do everything on my iPad, like the layouts and everything. And then I'll go to blow it up and, refine it, do whatever I need to do to it. Unless it's on a real fast deadline, and then I'll do everything digitally. Only shitty part is you don't have a, original to sell.
Right.
But then you got, like I said, you do stuff like this, this is a sneak peek to a cover for issue 2.
Yeah.
And that, it's marker and paint and colored pencil and everything else.
Awesome.
But something like that, that took about 5 or 6 days.
Ooh. Do you use Copics with that, or is that watercolors? What do you use?
I used Copics on the skin. Yeah, Copics on basically all of it.
Okay.
There's paint, there's acrylic, paint pens. I airbrushed the background and then went back through it and did some more marker on top of that, and then color pencil on top of that.
Wow.
This is a cover for issue 2 that we didn't put on Kickstarter, because this will be a special one later down the road.
That is gorgeous looking, man. That is some fantastic work. Damn.
So, cosplay of Tess dressed up as Jessica Rabbit, so it's the Tesca Rabbit.
Nice.
That's also on I think that's a 12 by 19 or 13 by 19 board. So, to answer that question, it depends on how long I have to do. I think I just broke my little arm thing here. There we go. Yeah, I would prefer some days, but if I need to do something in a pinch, I can do it.
Yeah, it's especially with having a family and everything, man. That's some fast turnaround time.
Again, like I said, dude, the whole get over it, draw where you got to do.
Yeah.
I've done covers on the road. I think one of my number one covers was the first Red Sonja cover I did, and that was the one that I had. It had to be done like going to print in 48 hours.
Wow.
So I had 24 hours to get it drawn and approved, and then get it to the colorist to get it colored, and then his part approved.
Wow.
And that was like one of my first sold out issues.
Yeah, that cover came out.
It's just weird how some shit works sometimes. But that's why I say, you can't be that guy that's like, I need to be at my desk. Because if you're on the road, I found out I was on a cover at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Like, I was told
Nice.
at San Diego Comic-Con that the layout needed to be done 2 days after I got home. So I grabbed my
Jeez.
iPad and started doing it at Comic-Con last year. You gotta adapt.
Living the dream.
Adapt, Joe.
Well,
I
it
will.
kind of shows that
I will.
like
I
even
will
being
do it.
under the gun helps. Like the
Right.
deadline gun helps you. You're like you could produce something like that. Well, not like that, but like you don't have time to think about it. So what you put down,
Everything
some
you
shit,
put down's
you
got to
know?
count.
Well, yeah.
There's no second guessing at that point. Like you gotta commit. I can hear my kids yelling at each other that they're hacking on Fortnite. I don't know if you've got kids, Joe, that play Fortnite. If you do,
not old enough. Nope.
Okay.
I got a daughter. She's not old enough to do that yet.
oh my god, that whoever invented Fortnite was brilliant because they make so much money off of it, but at the same time they suck. Because it takes over like life right now. And I thought I was the only one for a long time until all of my friends' my kids or their friends' parents were like, nope, that's what happens at our house. Like all we hear is, you couldn't snipe me, you butthead.
What are you doing?
Mom, I need V-Bucks. I need to buy this battle pass. So it's like Call of Duty. I don't know if either one of you are Call of Duty fans.
No, I'm kind of lazy when it comes to games, but
Yeah, me too.
Well, I'm
I know
talking
the lingo.
like years ago, like Call of Duty years ago.
Right.
You got Call of Duty, and I'm sure it's the same now. And you played it online with all your friends, and you hunt each other and you shoot each other. But after about 3 months, they're like, "Oh, for $19 more, we're gonna give you 5 new maps." Well, on freaking Fortnite, it's like for $10 more, you can dress up like Captain America. And then in 3 more days, we're gonna for $10 more, you can dress up like Aquaman. So it's a never-ending freaking thing.
Brilliant.
Yeah, the guy's a genius, but at the same time, screw them.
Yeah. Asshole.
That's why I have to draw so much because it's going into Fortnite.
That's where all the money's going.
All the money's going to Fortnite, or at least a good percentage of it is going to Fortnite.
Yeah, watching you draw makes me want to draw.
That's how it's supposed to work, my man.
That's awesome.
Inspire.
I'm definitely. I love watching people draw. Like I'll search out YouTube videos all the time to just watch people draw because I'm just being an artist myself. It's just it gets me inspired to do a lot of things. I learn a lot too from just watching people draw. Just see how they attack certain techniques, how they lay down certain lines.
I'll tell you, man. I watch I watch a lot of people's live videos just because I really want to be supportive. And I like giving people shit on their own pages. I mean, I came on the first time I saw you guys' show. I came on and was giving Sean shit. If you want to watch somebody and be in awe on how they do shit, watch Lashley.
Watch his new viz. Yeah, on YouTube, I've seen a couple of his stuff. Like absolutely.
Dude, last night he literally did the 11x17 gunslinger spawn piece. That was like cover quality, and he's like, "This is exactly how I tackle pages. This is exactly how I tackle covers." And I just watched the whole thing. Was like, "This? How the frick did you do that?"
Yeah, he's something else. He's something else for sure.
It was insane. But again, it was one of those, like, it makes you want to get up and try and do something new.
Yeah.
Oh, every time I see Mark Brooks is coloring on anything, like every time he pulls a new piece out, I'm like, you just learned something else new. Now, how do I do that? Like, you learned it already. Now you teach me.
Well, yeah,
That's
half the
great
reason
about
why I watch.
cons too. Like going to cons, like you meet up with your buddies, you see what they're doing,
Yeah.
and you're like, "That's a great trick. I'm going to
Yeah.
take that." And it's
Oh,
like, "Oh,
yeah.
well, I learned that from this person." You know, it's like, "Oh, cool, man."
Yeah. Oh,
Well, I
I
borrow
learned
so much
so
shit from
much from
people. It's
people
crazy.
watching them.
hmm
I'm just as bad at it. I sit there, I'll stare. Like, I sat at Phoenix Comic Con one year. Like, half of my time was spent at Mark Brooks's table, just drooling over his shoulder. Like, I don't know why he let me sit next to him the whole time, but I just stared at him, like, to the point where he's like, this is how you do that. This is how you do this. And I was like, I'm just gonna try
Nice.
and figure. I'm gonna watch you do this for
Right.
3 days. I'm gonna watch you do this. He didn't have me kicked out, so I can at least.
Well, you did
That's
something
awesome.
right. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I made it through the weekend, so I guess he doesn't hate me entirely.
Well, I figure there's a few ways you can get better at drawing. You can constantly draw, which is obviously recommended, and you can get into books and study. But the best way I've gotten better at drawing over the years is watching other artists study or other artists draw, and just really take from them what I learn just visually.
Yeah.
And like Sean and I have talked about this before, but there would be some times when maybe I'm having a hard time drawing eyes or something at some point, and I just happen to watch an artist draw eyes, and all of a sudden it just kind of clicks. Like I saw how that person put the lines down, and all of a sudden it just clicked in my head, and I'm like, oh shit, that's like it makes so much sense now. And then all of a sudden, boom, drawing eyes fine after that.
Yeah,
It's really amazing.
afterwards?
Oh yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
much, yeah.
yep,
Yeah, it's
yep.
like, "Oh, motherfucker."
Yeah, I'm guilty of that all the time. I do it. My inside joke is doing, like, trying to color digitally is still hard for me, especially when it gets to, like, skin tone. So I'm always like, fuck, I gotta do skin tone, and people, like, laugh because they know I hate it. And I watched, like, Zerdy showed me a couple tricks on how to do certain things, and I had that same reaction of like, are you freaking kidding me? That's how you do it, you simple son of a yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get it.
There you go.
How long are you on that for?
It's almost done. Yeah, so I get that part. Like, you still, like, no matter what we do, we gotta learn. You gotta learn and grow every time.
As you're trying to go outside.
I'll take you outside, mister. Hold on.
Hey.
I got weird people messaging me in the middle of videos. That's the funny part, is
I hate when they do that.
we'll be live and they'll start sending us messages.
I have rules.
I'm like, I don't know how you expect me to answer you, man, if I'm like
Right.
going live on my phone that you're trying to talk to me on.
Nice.
Like, it is what it is.
I only had 3 excellent throws.
I got a quick question about those Copics.
Yo.
Have you ever had them just bleed out on you?
Oh yeah, it happens. Okay. I mean, you just gotta go with it. Hope you don't really screw it up. I mean, if you really look at this, what I'm doing, it's hit the black a couple times and pushed the black in areas.
Yeah. Okay.
Luckily, I work. You can see it right here.
Mm-hmm.
I work kind of backwards, so it's already going to be darker there anyway.
Gotcha.
So I'm not too worried about that. Copics, you just kind of have to learn what you're comfortable with messing with on those.
You okay?
Yeah, because I got a whole set of them, and when I first started messing around, and I haven't drawn with Copics in a while, but when I first started messing around with them, I ruined a couple pieces.
Send them to me. I'll fix them for you.
Yeah, there you go.
See, that's
I throw them out. I don't know. Like,
you fuck it up, I'll fix it. Don't you worry about it.
Sean, you bastard.
He's just telling you, man.
Yeah.
It also every piece that you work on with, especially with covers, dude, they're all gonna react different.
Yeah.
Some of them are great to work on. Other ones are just complete nightmares, and you'll want to pull your own eyes out. So.
Can mommy take you out?
It's true. I did a piece for Steve, and I had to send it to Hawaii. but I did it on the backing board, and I didn't realize it was as glossy as it was because it wasn't that way when I inked it, and it just looks like trash. And I like this one looks like Steve. I'm so sorry, but he was like, "Oh, I love it." I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
as long as you're happy."
Yeah, it's covers comic covers react differently. Like every other one is different. It's weird because these are all Marvel and stuff, and each
Right.
Marvel one feels different. Like the colors bleed on this, or they don't bleed on that. You know, you never really know what you're getting yourself into. You just gotta pray to the sketch cover god that this is a good book to use.
Yeah, it's coming out nice.
Ollie, leave him alone. We're gonna go through.
Now, do you also use the touch markers
Yep.
when using the Copics, and
Yep.
do they accept each other?
Yep.
Do they accept each other?
They've decided
Oh, yeah.
to they've decided to that they can bond. It's okay.
All right,
They don't have a mutual hatred for each other.
no judgment.
Yeah, I go see like here's touch right now. I go back and forth with different ones. It just all depends on what color I'm looking for because touch has different colors that Copics don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love touch's grayscale. They have like blue gray and all this other stuff. That's really cool. Skin tones and stuff is like, I use a lot of the Copics, but I bounce back and forth, and I'll use them on, the same coloring side as the Copics. It doesn't really matter.
That's a good question because I've actually wondered that too. Because I didn't know if you could actually mix and match when you're coloring with certain color markers, if they would bleed with each other, if they'd completely not mix.
I mean, clearly you just have to kind of trial and error it. Obviously, you don't want to use like Crayola markers with some
Right.
with some of these.
It's like I'm an artist. You have your Crayolas.
Yeah. Well, dude, have you seen what Jim Lee does with some of Crayolas?
Yeah, but have you seen Jim Lee do what he does? Like,
Yeah,
With
that
anything.
guy's something else.
I know. None of us are Jim Lee, so it's okay. We don't have to be that cool with Crayola markers until we're like in our 50s.
Right.
All right, I'll run with that one.
So when you're 50, you better be pulling some Picasso shit with Crayolas.
Yeah. Right.
It's like, here's my finger paints.
Yeah. Yeah, right? I've seen him do that. Using finger paints to do some stuff. Sidewalk chalk to design.
Just using the whiteout's been, fucking opened my eyes to a lot of things. Just watching him draw. It's crazy.
I remember seeing the first time him using a tissue to smudge and get technique.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yep.
holy shit.
Ollie.
It was pretty phenomenal.
Just what I'm talking about, like with watching people draw, seeing techniques just like that and opening your eyes to new shit was a lot of it was watching Jim Lee draw because he'll just do whatever. That dude he has no fear to do whatever with anything. It's really impressive watching him draw.
Yeah.
And then you put yourself in the shoes and you're like, oh, I need to make this awesome piece of art in 5 minutes, just like this guy who's been in the business for 30 plus years.
You're like, you think I can do that? I think I can do that. And then we can't do that.
No.
We can't
Yeah.
do that.
Yep.
Not at all.
I've tried it. It doesn't work.
No.
Doesn't work well.
I've tried it. It doesn't work.
I've accepted it.
Yes.
I'm good with my trash.
Yeah. I got another crazy one on me. One that now this little one thinks he's feeling left out because the other one's outside.
What's his name?
This one's Oliver.
Oliver?
Like Oliver Queen.
Nice.
You can't tell that we're a comic family, like, at all.
No, not one bit.
Not at all.
Chewbacca, Oliver. It is what it is.
Just a couple of normies.
Right?
Mm.
You guys, you chill out. No, you can't go outside. No, your brother is outside. Ugh. No. This is daily life. I start drawing and dogs need something.
That's interesting. I mean, I give you props, man. You can definitely work under some interesting circumstances. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna get some small dogs just so I can.
You're gonna steal somebody's dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Get
steal the
some
neighbor's
small
dog.
dogs, get some older
Put it on
kids.
my lap so I can just draw.
yeah.
Get some older kids in here. Have them play
Sit on your
Fortnite
couch.
in the next
Yeah.
room.
The couch part is key. You got to be on the couch.
Be on the couch with them. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start my research tonight. I'm gonna see what we can do. Let's see
you
what
go.
we come up with.
Steal some kid's dead bird. Pretty bird.
Right.
Joe, you're a monster. What are you even thinking about? Jesus Christ.
And they said rent a
Rent a
dog.
dog.
All right, I got to get my other one out before he decides to take a crap on my floor.
All right, guys. Thank you for everybody checking the show out. We really appreciate it. Ryan, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely, man. It was
It's
fun.
been a pleasure, man. Awesome watching
Yeah,
you draw.
thank you so much, brother.
Yep.
Sure. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see you, Sean, outside, as
Yeah,
as much as we can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hopefully, we'll be doing sometime down the road.
Sooner or
Share
later,
cocktails. Yeah, one of these days.
at some point, sometime next year, maybe 22. Who knows?
Let it be. It is what it is.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But before we get out of here, Ryan, you want to plug whatever you want to plug and let people know where they can find you. Some of our people that might be checking you out for the first time.
Everything's under my name. It's just Ryan M. Kincaid. Usually, I think on Facebook, I'm like horrible at it. It's if you look up Ryan M. Kincaid, you're gonna find me. You can go to my website and it'll link to like Instagram or Facebook. But I do most of my stuff like live shows and everything on Facebook, like Tuesdays and Thursdays or random nights when I can just do it. Other than that, it's just you never know what's gonna happen in my household. We just pop up.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Well, Sean, where can we find you?
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook,
No.
YouTube, Sean Ahrendt. Across the board. Just
There you
Google me.
That's what I say. Google.
I was just gonna say, and that's me too. Google Joe M. Sonntag, you're gonna find. Anybody that's been watching this on the Facebook, whether you're on Sean's Facebook or my Facebook, do us a favor. Could you go to our YouTube channels? It's under Joe M. Sonntag on YouTube, Sean Ahrendt on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, like, share, because that really helps out our show get to different platforms and get out there for as many eyes as possible. We couldn't do it without you because we love you and you're very, very sexy. Yeah, and I see every one of you. And Comic Book Bob, come in a little bit earlier next time. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us on the Ott and Stuff show on Friday. I think next week we have Rob Willis coming on, so check us out there. And I don't know if we're going to be doing a Fluffer and Stuff show on Wednesday or not. We'll let you know. So, be good to everyone. Love each other. Touch each other in weird places.
And don't be a cunt.
Don't be a cunt. Don't be a cunt.